AMC is going to zero. No, it's not. Not really. You pretty much just got clickbaited. But I actually did want to give you a, before you punch me in the face, hear me out. Hear me out, boys. Before you punch me in the face, right? I just want to give you a contrarian viewpoint, right? I'm not trying to be one of the people that is just, yeah, AMC's going to the moon now, FOMO, and then let's go. All right, I like the cause. I really like the cause of AMC. I really do. I'm actually, that's one of the biggest reasons why I actually took my portfolio and just said, screw it, let's YOLO and BNGO, motherfucker. That's pretty much what I did. Now I'm 1,000% or 100% portfolio is in BNGO. But before I get the AMC Warriors crucifying me down in the comments, hit on the dislike button. Basically, I'm not bearish on it whatsoever, but I wanted to tell you all some of the risks and some of the technical analysis on it. Now, of course, technicals, some people say it's a war between the hedges and the retail investors. It's not the technical analysis. It's not a game of technical analysis, man. It's not a game of lines that you draw on a chart. Come on, you're smarter than that. We will also look at the short interest and short volume ratio with the premium Fintel.io subscription. That's right. You're right, bitch. I paid $300 a year. I paid $300 a year for this crap that I'm about to show you. And I'm still not going to get any views. But this is what we're going to do. All right, I don't care. We're getting the short volume free rate. We're going to the short share availability, failures to deliver even. Okay, most people don't even know what that is. Institutional put to call ratios. We're going with the daily short interest updates. Okay, technically it's not daily. Technically it's twice, but it still is daily technically. I don't know. Anyways, we're going to go over the technicals, starting off with what I'm seeing in the charts. Chart pattern-wise, there's nothing here. But I actually want to show you two. This is pretty much the only thing that I have to show you. Okay, I just want to show you two indicators that signal to me that maybe you don't want to spend the rest of your life savings when you've already become, already become close to a millionaire if you invest in this thing with a lot of money a while ago, right? So basically, I want to look at the RSI first, right? The relative strength index. You're looking at 84 and 93 on the relative strength index, right? The RSI is very overbought, very close to even 100. There's not much chance for going higher right now, right? Now, of course, you may be saying, Brandon, the short interest data looks amazing. They have not even covered yet, right? We're going to go over the short interest data, all right? Stay with me, my friends. We're going to go over a little bit. We're going to go over, well, I'm going to give you a sneak peek of the short interest. If this video gets any views, which I'm sure it won't, then we can do a full breakdown of how many shorts have actually covered and have not covered based on my premium Fintel.io subscription. You're welcome. But with the other technicals, right? The other one that I want to look at is the Bollinger Bands on the daily, right? The outside Bollinger Band, the top band here. You close the day on Friday on the 28th of May below that outside band, and that is better than, to 27th as far as overextended evaluation and measurement. Then, we close the day outside and above that top Bollinger Band. Then, and of course, these are set to a deviation of 21 and 3, right? 21-day SMA Simple Moving Average. That's what these are set to. Default settings for these is 20 and 2. I set them even higher to be more conservative and more accurate, I guess you could say. And they still are going over. So that just shows you how overextended we were. Anyways, what is the short-term implication? What does it look like? Well, I'm not going to really give you, there's nothing I can really show you, honestly. The Supertrend, the SAR, everything is bullish, right? You have to go all the way down to the 2-hourly time frame to find anything that is bearish as far as the Supertrend and the SAR parabolic stop and reverse indicator, right? So this did flip bearish during the open, I guess, on the 28th. And I'm not really going to tell you my opinion as far as if this is looking bullish or bearish based on the technicals, because there is no opinion, because this is literally just, there's nothing here. There's nothing here. I mean, I can tell you an entry point that you may want to get into, which is going to be the middle Bollinger Band, but right now that is way down at $13. So you're going to need, if you're an AMC fan or a shareholder, you want to see it go sideways for a while until you can get any sort of realistic hopes of going up from the technicals. Now, if the shorts were to cover, which could happen if the retail investors start throwing the rest of their life savings and their moms and their grandma's life savings in just for the cause, right? We got to screw the hedges, man, because fuck them, man. That's why. That meme, that can happen. That can happen, man. And of course. Now, this has gone from like, what, $1.91 at lows, right? $1.91 from lows all the way up to $36. You're now sitting at in between, mid-20s. I think it is fine to take profits now. I'm not here to be your overlord and your god and tell you, no, we're going to squeeze them to the moon. We're never looking back, man. I don't know. You guys make your own decisions if you are with this movement and ready to die for it and ready to lose your already 10x gains, 5x gains, whatever you've made on this. Or if you're holding the bag at 35, at 35 plus, if you're holding the bag there, that would, I hope you're not. But I just want to bring you the contrarian standpoint that I know no one is telling you, that, we factually are overbought right now. Now, does that mean we're going to go down from here? Not necessarily, but according to the RSI, above 70 is overbought, and right now you're at bloody 84, mate. Come on, you're at 84 on the RSI, and you're telling me it's not overbought. Yes, it's a little bit overbought, okay? It's okay. It's okay. You can still go to the moon. It's just, I want you to keep this stuff in mind. Is it bullish or bearish short term? You make that decision, not me, my friends. I think this is more of a story of the retail versus the hedges as opposed to the technical analysis indicator game. Now, some levels of entry, right? If this were to dip, I would say the first level that I would be willing to maybe get a position in, and I will be trading this actually next week. So look out for the upcoming live streams playlist on the channel. Quick plug. Then you can actually see me trade this next week. We will be trading this a little bit at least, I assume. And $20 is your support level, right? That was the previous all-time high, or at least 52-week high. I would also look at the 4-hourly 200-day EMA. But anyways, before I lose any more viewers from just boring on about the technical analysis, okay, the technical analysis is not that important. I want to look at the short interest and short volume data according to fintel.io. I'm going to give you a few little pieces of information here, and that's it. If the video does well, then I will give you all of the information that the precious premium fintel.io has to offer. One thing I want to go over, right? This is one of the few things we're going to give you a sneak peek on, is the short borrow fee rate. It has actually been going up as of since the 26th, right? This is updated intraday multiple times a day, but it has been going up pretty substantially, right? 6, 7, 8% up to almost 8%. So this is good, and this is typically, there's many of ways you can construe and extrapolate on the short borrow fee rate percentage, but in my mind, to my understanding, the higher this is, the more likely it is to get a short squeeze. Also, another thing to keep in mind is that one of the reasons why this bad boy actually rises is that the shorts are actually in more demand, right? There's actually more shorts getting in, and that's actually what causes sometimes, a lot of times in my experience, to my understanding, this to actually rise, right? So when there's a ton of demand for the short shares, the interest rate for the short borrow fee rate goes up. When there's not many shares being shorted, when there's no one wants any short shares, it's like, well, the broker's like, well, if we charge this much, there's going to be even less demand for it, so we might as well lower it. That's kind of a little bit of how it works. But these indicators this stuff is very complicated. We're not going to go over all this. But the second thing I want to show you right now is the short volume. So basically, the short volume has increased dramatically for the 28th, 27th, 26th. It is basically 100% sequentially, at least for a little while, until we got a huge 100% dump, or 70% dump, I should say, from the 27th to 28th in short volume. But this is actually misleading, my friends. Remember, before I actually tell you why this is misleading, you have to remember, short volume does not equal short interest, right? So this does not equal, hopefully you can understand this, my writing is bad, especially with this freaking mouse. So SV does not equal SI, right? So short volume does not equal short interest. That's a key point here. But how do you explain the short volume rise, right? Does this mean there's way more shorts taking up new short positions? Remember, the short interest is the amount of shares that have been sold short and not yet covered, my friends. The short volume is just how many shares in total have been traded in a short way, whether that be opening new short positions or covering them. What you have to look at here, this stat right here may lead you to believe like, hey, there's been a ton of short interest and attention on the stocks in the last 3 days as compared to, not the last three, right? 29th was the last day, but these 3 trading days were way more and higher than the other days, right? You may think, well, that's a lot. You actually have to look to the right, though, my friends, the total volume in millions of shares, right? So basically, you can see it doesn't really, basically the only reason why these increased was because of the amount of total volume increasing in the stock, right? Insane AMC volume, like 200, 300, 500 million every single freaking day. Well, not every single day, but like the last 3-4 days, trading days, it's been huge, right? And this is what you actually want to look at, right? Okay, not that much zoomed in. Short volume ratio, right? This is what you want to see, 20%, 30, right? So it went up a little bit, but not really, right? I mean, on the 28th, right, 138.5 million in short volume, short shares traded seems like a lot compared to any of these days, but if you actually compare them to any of these, it's actually the lowest out of all of them. So that's kind of why you have to be very careful when you look at these actual stats here. And what is my extrapolation on this? What do I actually think this means? The recent decline in short volume ratio as compared to from the 27th to the 28th. What does this actually mean? What are the implications for next week? And the failures to deliver, right? I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek real quick. I'm going to show you the first couple, right? There you go. Okay, no more. This is all information that I have to pay for, right? But if I will show you all of this and more if this video does at all well, which I am not a greedy man. I just need it to do decent. The channel has no views. I don't make any money on YouTube, essentially. If it does well, you get the whole AMC short volume, short interest, everything, failures to deliver, short, put the call ratio, institutional put the call ratio, short share availability, right? You're going to get it all, and there's actually more than that as well in this freaking in this document right here. Fintel.io has a lot to offer. Anyways, if any of that sounds interesting to you, feel free to do what you can in whatever way possible to actually increase the views, subs, likes, what etc, whatever. You know the deal. I'm not going to give you the spiel. Like the video, man. We will link in the description. No, no, I'm not going to do that for you. Right? I started the channel to avoid doing that because I hate people like that. But anyways, that's what I'll leave you with for today. This is not financial advice. Anyways, thank you all so much. I will see y'all in the next one.